What's going on? So in this video, I want to go over 7 of the most important settings for Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. So when you play the game, you can have the best experience possible. So nothing's like wonky, nothing's weird, everything's smooth sailing for you. So let's I'm just jumping into it. We got a few things to go through here. So our first setting we want to do is you want to pause the game when you get into the game is go to combat settings. You can set up your shortcuts and stuff here. However you want to do these, honestly. What I do recommend, most importantly, at least for now with Cloud, is having your shortcut for R1 square being focused thrust. I use this a lot to increase stagger on my people, and it's just like it's the most comfortable button combo. So you can do it however you want. You can also, if you so choose, you can swap and choose to edit these for whenever they're in the airborne. When you're airborne, you can customize these more, or you can just have them be the exact same as your on the ground ones. So that is your option if you want to do that. Not anything crazy, but at least, in my opinion, have focus thrust on R1 square. It just makes things much easier, much smoother. Then you want to go down to system settings, and then you go to gameplay. Most important one here is the combo targeting. You want to set this on free. What this does is this will enable target switching when using a combo. However, this will not work while you're locked onto target, but if you're just freely attacking and doing combos and stuff, you can freely swap to another enemy and continue your combo on that enemy, as long as you're not locked on, from my understanding. So you want to put that on free. That's what I've been using. I like it a lot. Swap guard. This is just preference. But this is set to disabled as default, I believe, and it makes your R1 guard and your L1 the command shortcuts. For me, I like to have my R1 be the command shortcuts and my L1 be guard. So it feels better. But so I have that on enabled. Combat controls got displayed. If you have this is on display by default, I'm pretty sure. What this will do is on the left side of the screen when you're in battle, it will just kind of, give you tips on what buttons to press. You can hide this really. If I don't really see a reason to have it on. Maybe on your first playthrough, the demo at least, have it on so you can kind of get used to the way buttons are. After that, you turn it off. There's really no reason to have it on. It just takes up space on the screen for really no reason. Mini map. If you have this on dynamic, the minimap will kind of rotate with wherever you're looking. The minimap will go that way. I never really like that in games. I like to have it on static. This will keep the minimap facing the same direction. You always have north, north, and south, south, as opposed to when you move, south could be like over here, over here. To me, it gets confusing. So always having north, just static, that's preferable for me. The navigation display. You have your tracker, which if you have your tracker on, this will put a little compass at the top of the map, or top of the screen. And then if you have your mini map on, it'll put a mini map on the right side. So you have those options as well. So I keep that on there. Overall mini map display area, I keep that at 3. Now let's go over to camera. There are some very important things here that you will want to change. Camera distance out of battle, I keep this at 3. I play a lot of MMOs, right? So I like to be as pulled back as possible just so I can see more of my surrounding area. This is nothing crazy, but I like to see more. So I keep that on 3 along with this. All 5 of these stay on. One thing to note here is the attack target correction. You want to have that on. This will change the automatic camera adjustment when attacking off-screen targets. So if you have a target that is off-screen, the camera will just automatically kind of like correct itself to look that direction. Super helpful. Responsiveness can just be whatever you want it to be. It's preference. The lock-on controls. You have your camera controls, which I believe this is default, so you will swap targets with your right stick, which is what you actually use to move your camera on with, which can get kind of annoying. So if you try to move your camera, you also change your targets. Menu controls, it just swaps that to the D-pad, left and right on D-pad. Or this one, it does the D-pad, but auto camera. So if you're not controlling the camera like yourself with your stick or whatever, the camera will target and follow whoever you're locked onto, which is amazing. This was not in Rebirth or Remake, so they added this for Rebirth, and this is a huge improvement. So this is highly recommended. Highly recommended. Lock-on switching. What lock-on switching does, you want to have direction input. What this will do is if there's an enemy to your left, if you press left on D-pad to change to who you're targeting, you will look and target to the left enemy, as opposed to cycling through until you get to that enemy, if that makes sense. So no more cycling. You can just look, you can just press left on D-pad, and if there's an enemy to your left, you'll target to the first left enemy on your screen. Super helpful. Highly recommend it. Screen shake, turn this off. I don't like any of the screen shake or motion blur stuff. I always turn it off. Not for me at all. And then graphics. I'll always play performance mode. I've played with the graphics a little bit. It makes it look prettier, but you can definitely see you can see and feel a decrease in frame rate, and it's kind of it's jarring, right? Performance mode right now is a bit bugged. We're not getting our full, I think 1440p, I believe is what it is or whatever. They did say that performance mode is going to get an improvement and an update once the game has its next update, I believe, on the 21st. We'll have that. So performance mode it'll look better and more like it's supposed to. All this stuff is like way over my head. I just know that we're only getting like a fourth of the frames or something like that, or the resolution. So, but that is getting fixed on the 21st. So whenever we get the June update in a couple days, like next week, I believe, we'll have that. So performance mode is the way to go, I think. So that is all of the settings you should have. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. With this, after you beat the Rebirth demo, the Nibelheim flashback, you will be able to carry your progress over. So all of your settings and stuff will carry over into the game when it does drop. So if you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more Rebirth content. I'll be covering guides and how-tos and all kinds of stuff for that when the game does launch, and Easter eggs and all that stuff. So I hope to see you guys around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.